We'll go ahead and start off with Alyssa and then go over here. So you're the preseason number one for the third straight year in the Mountain West. So that's a target on your back. How does that make the team feel going into the season?
I think it's the same thing every year. It's our expectation. Being that as we won, it was no surprise to us. We know that we have a target on our back, and I think it motivates us more than anything to continue to push past expectations and standards.
And that motivation to step it up. Obviously, it's hard to one up what you did last year after a historic season. But what's the mindset? Just trying to get even better than you were.
I mean, we just got to continue to do what we've always done, just put in the work and make sure we're doing what we need to do on and off the court to get back to where we want to be at the end of the year.
Curious for both of you guys. There's been so much between 2 years ago with Essence leaving and then having guys from a leadership standpoint, you guys stepping into larger roles. What's that going to be like? What's it already been like being around the group and kind of having?
I'll say that those two leaving, they were great leadership role models. But I think every year we challenge our team for everyone to be a leader, everyone to be talking, everyone to bring something different. So I think the only thing that's changed is now we're the big dogs, we're the older ones. We have a lot of younger ones looking towards us. So I think that's kind of the only adjustment that we're having to make is we're having to talk more to our younger teammates and lead them.
Yeah, I would say that Lindy put us in positions in the previous years to like kind of be ready for this position and take on this leadership role and just learning from them in the past years. So it's not a huge difference because I feel like we've been there and we've experienced it before.
Going along with that, now that there's just expectations for this program, it's like, wondering if that's the case. Do you guys thrive off of that? That's you've been year after year, you guys have gotten disappointed too, seeing.
Yeah, I think we thrive. I think it comes back to experience. Like we've experienced these expectations before, so when we're in tough situations that we know that we've been here before. We know we keep it within this. We can achieve that. So I think more than anything, it's helping us just stay the path.
How about the makeup of this year's team? You lost some key senior pieces, but do you expect anything different with this year's squad as far as on the court, off the court?
I would say we don't expect anything different. I mean, the expectation is always to win and do what we're supposed to do out there. And we have some great transfers and some great freshmen coming in and some younger players who are going to do great in the opportunity they're going to get this year.
Yeah, I think it's just new opportunities for people, and it's more so like the goal stays the same, is to win.
The football team got ranked in the top 25 this football season for the first time in a long time, kind of like how you guys were last season. I'm sure. Have you just felt the growth of popularity of UNLV sports on campus? How so?
I mean, I think the fan base, getting recognized more on campus, other athletes, starting to take notice. I think it's a great community. It brings us together. I think we kind of started a movement, and other athletes are starting to, this is a great campus to be at. This is the place to be. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I mean, just like she said, other sports taking notice and just seeing other sports step up. Like, football's doing great, and I'm so happy for them. And I just think it's nice, and we all support each other, so that's another great thing.
Marka Kimson, Jordan both on the preseason All Mountain West team. Just what kind of growth have you seen from her in her time since she came to UNLV?
I think she came in super mature, but to see her continue to mature and add stuff to her skill set and her mindset is something we look forward for her. But she's a great player, and we love having her on our squad.
Yes, I love Rachi. I love playing with her, and I just think seeing her grow as a leader and as a player has been great to see over this past year.
Kiara, how has your role maybe changed from last year to this year?
Um, I mean, I think I just am working on becoming a better leader and just being more talkative, and especially talking to the younger players because we are a bit younger this year. So just I have to keep in mind that I have to help them out a little bit more and just talk to them more than I have previous years. So I think that's how I've changed since last year.
And without Desi, how does that change the offense, or what does it look like so far in practice? Do you guys any differences from last year, anything new that you're adding, or how does it work?
I don't think there's anything new. I mean, we still have our pretty much same offense for the most part. I mean, to score the ball. So, I mean, we have great post players with AB here and like Meadow and McKenna. They're going to come in and step up and do what they need to do.
Okay, Kiara. I know you guys are a tight knit group. For you, what do you guys appreciate most about this team?
Just the personalities, like I wish that we could do some behind the scenes stuff. It is such a fun group, on and off the court. I think I can appreciate that. We'll be at each other's neck in practice, and then we're getting ice cream after practice together. Like it is a, we leave it on the court. We keep everything super close. We don't let anything interfere with us, and I think that's a key to our success.
Yeah, there's never a dull moment with this group. I mean, I'm always laughing, always having a great time, and I just love being around them.
And I'm more serious now too, just like checking in on you guys' mentals, like how you guys doing so far.
Good. I think everyone's super excited. We do check-ins, with each other, and I think everyone's just ready to start playing.
Yeah.
Kiara, when you do go back and talk to those young players after today, you guys picked number one and getting on that claim. What do you tell them about what that means? Some try to downplay it, try to spotlight it. What do you do when you start with the team?
I mean, I think it's important for them to know like how big a target we have on our back and how important it is to get back to where we were last year and just how much work we have to put in to get back there, so that they know what is expected and what they need to be doing on the court.
And unless it's similar question, you're also a leader of this team. How do you make sure that the team is going into the year, having that, going in their favor again?
We do a lot of temperature checks within ourselves. Some people, it's easy to lose sight of what our goals are because, we have a tough practice. You're worried about the moment, but we just try to stay very goal oriented. We talk about, this is a championship, mindset. We're constantly talking about where we want to go, and it just keeps us locked in.
Question for both of you guys. I think toward the end of last year, really the whole year, not to jump too far ahead, but Desiree was talking so much about just how much it would have meant to have a tournament win, and even the year before. Are those even part of the conversation? Just trying to get this program to a level they haven't really been in a long time. How much does that still mean to you guys to try to fill both people that aren't even here anymore?
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, I know for us, like we talk about it all the time, like we want to go on a run in March and make it past the first round and make it past the second round, like just win a game before we graduate.
I think it's more so for those who have graduated, but it's also for the younger ones. We want, and not seniors, like we're gonna play for Desi and Essence and everyone who's helped us along the way. But we also want to play for Rachi and Ellie and all of our freshmen, sophomore, juniors underneath us, and it's just like playing for each other.
As seniors, as you like look back on the last 3 years, is there any moment that stands out to you like, man, that was a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I have.
I just always think this last past one, maybe it's because it's so fresh, but running, jumping on Erica. Um, I think that group was just super emotional about it. That one kind of felt different. Um, we had been like super close, so everyone was super emotional after that game. So I'd probably say that one.
I'd probably have to agree. Like, if you know me, like I don't show emotion, but after that game, like I actually like ran over to Liz and like jumped on her and gave her a big hug, and like I think I was about to start crying, but didn't. So.
Well, when you have moments like that, and you kind of have like days like today where you kind of get to sit back, being in front of the lights and everything like that, like, how do you just kind of put into words and perspective, like how you appreciate just the moment that you're sitting right now?
I can only think like blessed is an understatement, and I think we do get lost in the moment a lot. This being kind of like expectation for us. So come back and it's like we've done it 3 times. It's kind of crazy. Like it's very, very crazy. So being here today, I think we reflected a lot on that. So just being able to take that energy and bring it back to the girls. Tomorrow for practice is going to be a big thing.
Yeah, I say the same like her. I just say I'm blessed to have this opportunity to be in this position to talk about our team and share a spotlight.
This for either of you, I guess. How do you guys just not put pressure on yourself? Yes, you did it 3 times, winning the Mountain West regular season and the tournament title, but not putting that pressure on you and just going out there and playing your game, knowing what you want to do.
For me, I'd say like I just try to trust the process and like trust the hard work that I put in. So I mean, I try not to put pressure on myself because I've been there before. I mean, running 3 times, so I just think that helps.
I think there is a little bit of pressure because we want to get back to where we were, but I also think that you can't win them all without winning the first one. So Lindy always tells us that like it's a day by day thing, it's a practice by practice thing. So we just try to focus on the task at hand.
What has Lindy been like so far in the preseason? What's her vibe?
I would say energetic. She's throwing some surprises for you guys this year. So we have some stuff that we're working out, but she's super in tune with us. She's energetic. She's bringing the energy to practice. She's challenging us. So I think she's super excited.
How about just how excited you are? I mean, it's been like 6 months, since
So excited.
Man.
Ready for the first game.
We can play. We can play downstairs.
Oh, right.
Good.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
Professional teams, whether they're here already or coming, but at the end of the day, the locals, the natives, it's all about the rebels. And so we want to keep the attention on us a little bit, with football doing a great job, and obviously basketball is around the corner. So my childhood's surrounded around the rebels. So that's what I try to stay excited about, in addition to giving my support to the other community teams.
Can you stay on that note of family? Like, how's Lenny doing at
Yeah. Yeah, I say that, managing chaos is a little bit of my job at home, at work, on the court, whatever the challenge may throw. But I'm just so blessed to have happy, healthy children, my husband, my family. It truly takes a village, and I'm thankful to be in the place that I grew up, where my village is deep, and because I need everyone. But the kids are awesome, and we've already taken them to some sporting events, so Buddy's going to be primed and ready for the season.
keep that perspective in your fifth season now? Like, as you look back, what moment stands out to you most that you just appreciate?
Well, winning is really hard, and so I think whether obviously we made it to the tournament, and most teams end their season with a loss. And that one is hard to swallow for a long time. But then just to reflect on, back-to-back 31 seasons, the journey, the hard work, the perseverance that takes, I think, we'd be remiss not to be grateful for that part of the group and the adventure that we go on together. So, those are great times to kind of look back upon. I'm the eager one to kind of continue to blaze a path for this group to feel that same. That's why I love coaching, is to try to help these young women achieve their dreams and have those same smiles, because there's nothing better than winning the championship, seeing the smiles on their faces, and just the pure joy that can only be replicated in those moments like that.
Coach, what advantage do you have?
Mic off it, sorry. I'm gonna give you guys some space.
Yeah, it's like this one. Appreciate you, Coach.
No, you're good.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask, what advantage do you have veteran group with Yara Jackson and Alyssa Brown, and just their NCAA tournament experience under the belt? How does that help you going into the season?
Yeah, well, I think we have a pretty unique blend of really experienced players and then some players with not so much experience. And so that's really what we're going to use the non-conference for. Of, like you said, we've got players like Kiera and AB and Amarachi who have played a lot of game minutes. But then we've got players like McKenna and Macy James, and even Aaliyah has a lot of game minutes, but not in our program. So, that's the goal of the non-conference, is to get everyone a lot of game experience, and against great competition. Because really, the chip on our shoulder is to get to that NCAA tournament and to win the game, and then, see how far we can roll with it. So my goal for this non-conference season was to challenge us more than we ever have, and to play teams better than what hopefully we're going to face in that first round in the tournament. So I'm excited to see how kind of our experienced players help bring along, some of the younger and experienced players, and then how collectively we gel together and, find our rhythm.
Coach, you talk about the challenges. Some of those come naturally, but for you, what does that look like in practicality?
Well, just with a new group, there's always different growing pains, and some of it is, I don't know what we're going to face until we're in it. As the coach, I would love to prepare for every moment, but, sometimes you just got to get in them and see what they bring you. So, I think we've got different approach and some different mindset, again, going into this non-conference season, especially of what we were 10-1 last year. And I don't expect to be 10-1 in non-conference play. frankly, because our schedule is going to be a lot tougher. So it may not be dependent on our record, but how we grow from each game is I think, what I'm, most looking forward to.
From a leadership standpoint, with losing Essence 2 years ago and Betsy this last year, how have you just kind of seen the leadership trickle down to this new regime that you have here?
Well, I think the culture of our program has really been the defining key piece of our success. And, it started years ago with players like Kayla Rooks and Essence Booker, and then them passing that along to Desi and to Ashley and, the other great players we've had, Justice. And so then here we are, 3 years later, and Kiera and Alyssa Brown have lived that leadership, and now they're carrying the torch. And their job is to then continue to pass on that culture to the younger players, and Amarachi and McKenna and the players that we are going to rely upon to keep pushing the needle forward. So leadership has been huge, obviously on the court, from player to player. I know it starts with me, so I'm their kind of toughest critic, but also their biggest champion. And so, that's I think that culture piece is, they're carrying that. It's not me just laying down the law anymore, but them, knowing that that's the key to championships.
Kiera was even referencing being a little bit more quiet and just having to get more out of her shell. Do you play any part in trying to get her to that place, or is it kind of her own mission?
Well, again, as my job, it's like to kind of push them and show them their weaknesses and continue to put them in uncomfortable situations to challenge them to get better. Whether it's being vocal for Kiera or just leading in general for some of our older players. Again, we're going to have a lot of players out there that haven't logged a lot of game minutes. So it's going to really rely on some great leadership, whether that's directing plays and just getting organized on the court. So we know what we're doing. And we've already felt that in practice, and they've already made great strides. So I know by the time games come, we'll be, right where we want to be.
When you've got two guards like Kiara Jackson and Rich, how do they complement each other, and what can you do schematically to make sure that they're getting the best out of each other and the best?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Our guard play is really strong. Obviously it's been Desi in the post the last few years, but when you look on paper, our Amarachi and Kier have got the most kind of experience, and you'd like to think, well, they're going to change their style of play and just play through their guards, and that's not the case. We're going to kind of keep our same style of play and play through the paint. But we have two really dynamic guards that can create for themselves and for each other. The Dallas Mavericks were practicing at our facility, and I'm watching out there, and I'm like, we've got a little bit of Kyrie and Luka ourselves, with some of the guard play. And so I think it's my challenge as a coach is to, put them in successful positions. And, they do a great job of playing with each other, to have both two primary ball handlers like that. It's for the offense or for the defense, it's like pick your poison, and then, whoever's got the weaker defender, like let them go cook.
When you say you want to play for the post, is it going to look the same with trying to get post touches for those players, or is it going to look a little bit different trying to get the ball in there, or what does it look like this year about that?
Yeah, without Desi, obviously we're going to just look different, physically, but our style of play is still going to play through the paint. So that's, AB is going to be our anchor, Alyssa Brown, and we've got a great post group, and McKenna and Meadow, that are going to get great experience this year. But for us, playing through the paint also means those guards attacking the rim, not just, settling for jump shots, but attacking the rim, keeping the pressure on the rim at all times. So, we're not just going to throw what we've done out the window, for the last 3 years just because we, don't have the same pieces. But, we're gonna do what we've kind of always done, and then add some different flair in there, which I think people will be able to see once we get on the court.
Getting back to that tournament game and actually winning it, I remember just the team being emotional after last year's game. Where is that driving anchor with group that's been there now multiple times and just haven't been able to win? Where does that lie?
Yeah, well, I hope they carry a little bit of that with them. I know we've kind of carried it into our preseason, but we've got to take the steps to get there first. Alyssa and Kiera, our seniors, like, Kennedy's in there. All they know is winning championships and going to the NCAA tournament. And I think they're kind of sick of it a little bit. Which is, Weird to say, not sick of winning or winning championships, but sick of just getting there and being right on the edge. And so I think we're going to be pretty determined. Again, we're changing things kind of in our process to try to, you can't just do the same thing and expect a different result. So that's where we've been strategic with our non-conference scheduling. I think our conference is going to be more competitive than it's ever been and challenging. So once the tournament rolls around, I think we'll be even more prepared than what we've felt like we've been in the last couple of years.
You mentioned the non-conference schedule a little bit. Just I guess how important was that then? Why would to be such a big point of emphasis to prepare you guys?
Yeah, well, I think it's a little bit of some selfishness for our own program and for our own team of, we want some national attention and spotlight, and you just can't rely on the postseason, but getting some marquee games, we're playing at Arizona, Oklahoma at home, UCF in our Thanksgiving tournament, we're playing at Baylor, at Northwestern, at DePaul, so really just challenging our group and putting a lot of adversity on them early, so that as different things come about, this isn't like, the hardest thing that we faced. And so that was kind of a little bit of the method to the madness. I'll see if I regret that once we get into it, but, I think it's good for our group, and it's the next step in our program to continue to elevate who we are on the national stage.
Do you feel that national exposure just kind of growing with the success of the last couple of years feel different at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, with women's basketball just continuing to get more national exposure, I'd like to think like we're right in the mix with that. Obviously, playing in the NCAA tournament helps. Our games the last couple of years has been on prime time ESPN. We've got 3 national TV games, 2 on CBS, 1 on Fox. A lot of these non-conference, games that we're playing are on national networks, whether it's ESPN Plus or the Big Ten Network. So when I want people, when they're thinking of the national stage, that UNLV's right there, regardless of what conference or, any of that. And so that's where I think our program belongs.
As a Las Vegas native, what has it meant to you to be able to build this program, and now you're in year 5?
Yeah.
Started?
It's pretty surreal, honestly, to hear like year 5 and starting the 5th season. Still seems like yesterday I got hired and this was like the dream job, and it still very much is. I think one of my personal goals was just to kind of still keep that surreal pinch me moment with me as long as I possibly can. Because I am a product of this community, and I still sometimes when I step out on the Thomas and Mack, I look down at the basket of where I was a ball girl. And I don't want those images to fade, because I think it really helps me stay present and just stay grateful and do the very best job that I can for our team, which then hopefully gives a great product for our community to be proud of.
On that note, football beating the top 25 this season. You guys got to the top 25 last season. Have you felt, for lack of better words, like a renaissance of UNLV athletics on campus? A rise in popularity?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we all know football is kind of a driver, but I couldn't be more proud of Coach Odom and all of his players and the work that they've put in. Honestly, like, they are great people. And so, I'm not surprised by any of their success. I'd like to think that Coach Odom and I are aligned, in a lot of different ways in different sports, but whenever we have conversations, we end up like talking the same language. And so, whether it's the renaissance of UNLV athletics, I think it starts with our leadership and getting the right people here. And so I credit, our athletic director, Eric Harper, and the leadership that has brought the right people here. And we know we've got a great Las Vegas market. And so we know when people invest in us, then, we're going to give them something to be proud of.
I know you might have already mentioned this, but with Desiree and, not what the program,
Sure.
has done, but just her presence and what she meant to this team. I don't know if you replaced that, or obviously, girls graduate, but just to know what she left on this program and how you guys can take that now.
Yeah, I mean, Desi is arguably one of the best players in conference history, let alone UNLV women's basketball history. And so with a player and a person like that, you don't just like fill someone's shoes. But for us and even our team, it's trying to identify the great things that she brought, whether it's on the court, off the court, her personality, her passion, of course, her rebounding, her scoring, and seeing where those holes are, and then what opportunity is available for people to step into that. So we're not replacing Desi, and I think we'd be silly to try to do that. But we are going to be just fine, and we've got great opportunity and great talented young women that are going to, pick up where she left off, whether it's passion on the court or those rebounds or those points, because she's helped set the expectation, and that's where we're going to stay.